This episode of Road to Aapex is sponsored by TRW.
Hey, welcome back. We're here at Ohio Technical College preparing the Blackwood project for the Road to Aapex. Joe and Eric are feverishly working behind me on all the mechanical things to make this vehicle road ready for our way to Road to Aapex in Las Vegas this fall. We're going to go over and check with the students to see how that paint that they laid down last week and how it's really looking, and they're doing some color sanding. Then we're going to come back and check in on Eric and Joe to see how the mechanical work is going. Today we've got Dustin with us, we've got Gabe with us, and we've got Clarence. And obviously what we're doing here, we've already laid down the base coat, that killer color, and we've got the clear over it. Why don't you give us a quick talk about what exactly you're doing here?
So right now we're just cutting it down with a little bit 800. We're getting it ready for another coat of clear. Had a little bit of a solvent pop going on in the first coat of clear, so we're just knocking that out, and then the second coat will lay down real nice and flat for us, give us something to really polish up and give it a nice flat shine, a deep shine in here.
So you can see Clarence over here with the 800 wet, and Gabe is using exactly the same thing, and then you can see him squeegee the water off to see if it's a perfectly flat surface and getting ready for that nice new flow of clear coat. It really is looking good, guys. Thanks so much for your work.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice to work on something that's going to be, going out rather than some of these other cars that we won't be able to get back on the road. It'll be good to see something actually go out and get out into the world.
Well, this is definitely going to get into the world. It's going to go all the way to Las Vegas on the road to Aapex. Thanks for being with us.
Since 1927, AP Emissions has been your source for complete exhaust innovation. We're your one-stop shop for the exhaust brands you know and the quality you trust. Visit apemissions.com.
TransStar Industries is a global leader in aftermarket distribution with 45 years of experience, offering speedy delivery on transmission, differential, and AC parts through local stocked branches and a national distribution network. TransStar now offers high-quality OE recycled transmissions and transfer cases, a perfect choice for cost-conscious customers. TransStar is continuing to expand product offerings, including brakes, electrical, steering, suspension, and more, helping you to provide your customers with fast, reliable service. TransStar parts are available for online ordering through transcend.us or right through your shop management system. Ordering with TransStar has never been easier.
Hardworking hands need a hardworking shop towel. Tough on everything from heavy metals and grease to tar and adhesives, Gojo scrubbing towels can be used anywhere heavy-duty hand and surface cleaning is required without water, even on the road to Aapex.
We got our brand new wheel bearings. And you can't just throw wheel bearings on without grease. The lubricants provided us the grease, so that was easy. So what we're gonna do, some people use a bearing packer. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. The way that Bob Forcino started his career doing on the Model Ts. Just packing it by hand. What I'm doing is I'm scooping the grease into the back here. There's this, you can see right back here, trying to wipe it away for y'all. Let's show you a new one. See back here, you got all those needle bearings riding on a race in here. You need to pack all of that full of grease. And you'll start from the back, kind of scooping it in. Pushing it and scooping it in with your palm until it starts to come out the top here. Wow. And you work your way around the whole bearing. Pushing that grease in between those roller bearings and the surfaces it rides on. You pack it all the way around. Make sure you see that grease coming out the top of it. Grease helps with heat dissipation, provides wear resistance, and a layer of lubricant in between my rolling surfaces. Just like any other moving part in an engine or anything else, they need lubrication to continue to move. Or heat will eventually deform them and cause them to not move more. So this one's all set. One down. 3 more to go. On our rotor, I'm going to take a little grease in there before I install the bearing. Our rotors, the Black Series rotors we got, already have the race installed. So now we can put that in there. Wipe off your excess. Don't be a slob. And then we'll put a grease seal on here to protect that grease from going out and leaking all over the place. But since I'm already dirty, I'm going to do the rest of the bearings.
Today's technicians look to the aftermarket for quality parts so they can turn their bays and get their customers back on the road. BCA Bearings by NTN provides OE quality wheel hubs, bearings, and seals to ensure that when customers come back, they come back for the great service.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Yeah.
Really?
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 Really. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
All right, so I'm here with Eric and Joe. We're working on the rear end of the Blackwood and specifically on the brakes. The unique thing about this vehicle is it's disc brakes on both ends, so we're going to be putting new rotors on it. But Eric, tell us a little bit about how you're preparing to get ready for the new rotors and the parking brake situation that we're looking at here.
Well, what we've got going on, Scott, is got everything taken apart, and right now we're cleaning everything up real nice. There's 2 things that we're focusing on as far as the disc brakes are concerned. One is the brake pad slides here. We've got them cleaned up really well, just to remove any rust and corrosion. We've got them lubricated so the brake pads will slide properly. And also the wheel hub here, we've got this cleaned off really well. We've applied a thin coating of ASE-certified, and when the rotor slides on, this will prevent any corrosion from building up underneath the rotor. And now we're also here we've got the parking brake shoes. This is another unique feature of this style of braking system where they actually build a drum brake into the center of the rotor. So the parking brake is actually basically a traditional drum brake type of system.
So the rotor actually becomes the drum, if you will, for the parking brake.
Correct. And so we're going to clean up these parking brake shoes. We're going to clean everything up really nice, make sure it's working good before we slide the rotor back on.
Excellent. And we've got new calipers, Black Series calipers to put on here, correct? And a new Black Series rotor.
Correct. We've got the Black Series calipers and Black Series rotors, which already have a non-directional finish, so we don't have to worry about putting that finish on for a good pad break-in.
Excellent. All right, Eric, I'm going to let you get back to it. All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Scott. Okay, so we've got the new rotor. We're getting ready to slide it on in place. These new brake pads actually come with, and the calipers come with it too, but the new pads come with hardware. These are actually going to be the brake pad slides. These pop in place right onto the caliper bracket. In this case, what these are going to do, the brake pads are going to slide on here, so we're actually going to have to put a little more lubricant on these, and the lubricant on the bracket will prevent any rust buildup from getting underneath these brake pad slides. So we've got the correct caliper, the bleeder is in the correct location, the slides are free, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to lubricate this caliper, we're going to lubricate the contact points of the pads, which will be here on the piston, and then here on the outer ears. We're going to lubricate these and snap the pads on, then we'll be ready to install the caliper on the truck. As I mentioned earlier, this caliper came with new hardware, which included these new brake pad slides that we've already installed and lubricated. It also comes with new mounting bolts, and it also comes with new sealing washers for the brake hose. As we install it, you can actually see these brake pads. On one side, they just have a single ear, On the other side, they have a double ear, which locks in place on the slide. So you have to start by getting that double ear in place. All right, so Joe's got the front wheel bearings repacked. They're all greased, ready to go. And we're going to install the rotor onto the front of the Blackwood. Luckily, everything with these rotors, Black Series rotors, come with the races pre-installed. Got the toothed wheel for the ABS system, new wheel studs, and so we're ready to slide this in place.
As advised, anytime you replace a caliper, you remove your brake hose from the caliper to replace the washers. Thankfully, with our calipers, we've got our new seals and our new banjo bolt. So you're going to get two. That's going to sandwich the actual brake hose that sits here. So make sure that you're clean. Make sure you don't have the old one there by mistake still stuck, which happens a lot. And we're going to sandwich that with the new bolts and torque it to specification. Once I get this in, we're about ready to bleed the brakes.
Aftermarket Armor introduces a bed liner that has a 4-hour pot life, which is twice as long as the competition, giving you the needed time to complete the job. A proprietary formulated product giving you the best UV resistance, protecting your vehicle from sun fade for years to come. Find out more at aftermarketarmor.com. At 1-800-EVERY-RIM OEM Wheels, with a massive inventory, we buy and sell reconditioned, new takeoff, and used OEM replacement wheels, all backed by over 150 years of combined experience. Text pictures to 951-RIM-TEXT or visit us online at 1-800-EVERYRIM.com.
Right now, we're going to tackle the exhaust system. You can see that we've got the old exhaust system already down on the floor. Joe and Eric and the students have done the hard part. So now we're going to get the new AP exhaust system with catalytic converters, and we're going to bolt it up and test fit it. So come on, let's go.
In order to know. Come down.
I got my side in. How about you're going to have to come in?
They have to pull the cross lever. No. It's not going to go this way and not going to go the other way. Since we cut the old system off.
Can it come in from this side? Because it's going to hook up back here.
Yeah, I can go through this way. All right. See. Please wait. Out. Did you perfectly? You did that? It's just a task we gotta get. We can make it. Look. We're not. I know. We're not done yet. Where's your fingers? Okay. Oh, it could be the beers at twist.
Flinch with a white.
Okay. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but it did.
Look at you, Eric. And how are you looking over there? Good?
I gotta get up just a little bit further so I can stuck on something.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, nice fit. Looks good.
All right, so we'll just bolt it up, and that'll be a wrap on the cat converters from AP.
United Motor Products has been manufacturing and delivering OEM replacement engine management products for 35 years, trusted by installers for over 3 decades. You can be sure United Motor Products produces and delivers the quality products you can trust. Visit UnitedMotorProducts.com.
OE part fails, count on the brand with world-class engineering, precision manufacturing, and more than 100 years of experience. When OE fails, trust Standard. What's in your box?
Things are progressing very, very well, and we're into a very messy job right now. Joe and Eric are back here, and they're changing the gasket that goes to the oil filter and sending unit. So let's go take a look at this messy job they're into. Had to move the power steering pump to get at it.
Yeah, just taking the 3 bolts out for the power steering pump just allowed us enough room to be able to get to the 4 bolts for that oil pump, or the oil filter mounting gasket that was puking oil everywhere.
And you've already done the gasket?
Gasket is done, and we also installed a new oil pressure sending unit. It was hard to tell if it was leaking or not, but it had a lot of oil around it. Gasket was leaking. It's like, I'm right there. Let's just go ahead and play it safe and get another one on there while we're here.
Absolutely. Provided for us by Standard Motor Products.
Yep. You knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I already did it once. I'm going to do it again. You know your flashlight's going in there next. All right, one more. Oh, thank you.
Just made his day.
It really is the little things that make me happy.
This is the gasket that goes between the oil filter adapter and the block, and it carries all the oil. And then on this particular engine, it also carries some coolant through it. And if yours is leaking, it's going to be a mess underneath. You're going to see oil everywhere, and you're going to be losing oil every time you check your dipstick, which, by the way, I'm sure you're doing every time you get gas.
Scott, didn't they used to do that for you back in your time when you were a young man?
Ding, ding. Check under the hood, man.
Yeah. All right. All we need is an oil filter now.
I'd say that's a wrap. Nice work, guys.
For the ones who demand the best, there's a Coates machine to get the job done right. Precision that never quits. Toughness that defines legends. Coates, engineered to perform, designed to last. Visit CoatesCompany.com to learn more. Aishin is a trusted and reliable source for high-quality aftermarket automotive components and technology. We redefine mobility through our broad range of technologies and product lines. At Aishin, we are poised to embrace the future, inspiring movement and creating tomorrow.
It's the end of the day, as you can see. The students have all gone home. We were over there looking at their paint work. They've gotten a lot of the wet sanding done, and they're ready to start doing the polishing. But I think now it's time to wrap up the day. Let's go over and see how Joe and Eric did on some of the mechanical work. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey Scott, how are you?
Good, good, good. Tell us a little bit about what we got done here today.
Well, we got quite a bit done.
Got a lot to do still.
Yeah, I mean, I worked a little too hard today.
Yeah?
I feel like the students should have done more work. I'm too old for this now. But no, me and Eric worked really well together, and we were able to knock out quite a bit today. Got the brakes all done, which is
Good feeling.
Yeah.
Got that all wrapped up.
You got the exhaust done today as well, didn't you?
We got that fitted up on there. We got it. We know the converters fit real nice. We've got to decide what we're going to do from the cat's back.
Yeah. I know we got the oil mount on, oil sending unit, or the pressure switch.
Yep.
That was leaking oil pretty good, so I was glad we were able to knock that out today.
U-joints. Got the drive shaft down.
Yeah. That's posing to be a little bit of an issue, but I think we'll work through it somehow or another. So obviously you can see the truck's already been painted on its first leg, so looking pretty good, you know. We still have a long way to go. We still have quite a bit to do, and I know we're also getting thin on time, so starting to pucker up a little bit.
Take a little bit of break, recover, and head back and get some more parts.
You guys definitely knocked out the mechanical work today for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the students getting back on this bodywork and starting to sand this out. I'm really looking forward to seeing them putting it back together and what it looks like when it's done. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well, looking good.
Well, until the next time.
All right.
until the next time.
The entire weight of today's vehicle is supported on a surface smaller than a credit card, inside the wheel hub assembly. With so much riding on it, why would you use something other than OE quality replacement parts? OE quality, premium product. BCA bearings by NTN. Next time on Road to Aapex.
Studebaker built electric cars from around 1900 to 1912. Well, what happened to the electric car that it started its demise after the 1912?
Oh yeah, I'd trade the Blackwood for this all day.
Manufacturers like Proterra are manufacturing tens of thousands of batteries every year.
This is part of the original unpaved Lincoln Highway from 1913. Pretty cool.